Hi there, this is Daniel Lentz and welcome to Clients First Financial. What is your greatest asset? Is it your car? Is it your belongings? Is it your home? 10,000 for your car, 60,000 for belongings and 500,000 for your home. Just to gauge here. I know some people are renting, but it's just an outline. Now, 10,000 for the car, 60,000 for contents and 500,000 for your home. However, what about you? On an income of 50,000, your lifetime earnings could easily exceed 2 million, while major assets, house, contents, and car may only be a quarter of that. And of course, you cannot maintain your lifestyle if you lose your income for any reason. You are your greatest asset. While 98% of homeowners are insured, 2% are not. 95% of car owners are insured. Yet 75% of New Zealanders have not insured their income for sickness and disability. Look at that. You and your dependents rely on your income to meet day-to-day living expenses, their lifetime expectations, and major expenses such as the mortgage repayments or rent that are part of our standard of living. If you are unable to work, you may still have to pay for the things you currently pay for. You may also have even greater day-to-day expenses because of any special help with a disability or illness, for an example. What could happen? A car crash, for an example, or an accident. So, what about ACC? If you suffer an accident or injury that stops you working or means that you can only work in a lower paying job, ACC will pay medical and rehabilitation costs as well as up to 80% of pre-injury income. However, ACC do not pay benefits if you cannot work from illness, death from disease, or degenerative conditions that were not caused by your work. Hence the name ACC, which stands for Accident Compensation Corporation. Now, what about sickness or illness? So cancers, heart attacks, strokes. Firstly, what causes sickness or disease? Who even knows? Some speculate diet. Some say it's the stress we're under these days, pollution, smoking, the radiation, if you look at Japan, leaking into the Pacific Ocean, alcohol. Who even knows? If a sickness was to affect you, what about the government benefits? Now, the government benefits in New Zealand are wonderful, however, are not related to your earnings. For an example, $229.01 a week for a single adult and $381.68 for a couple, both taxable. Now, could you support your family or yourself with an income like that each week? And if so, for how long? Now, if an accident or an illness struck you, what would this look like as an example? So, if we look here, you'd probably visit your doctor. You may need tests done. You may need to see a specialist, a professional who specializes in what's showing up for you. You may need medication. You may need surgery even. From that process, you may be diagnosed. So the diagnosis may come forward. You may need specific treatment. May even need treatment in a different place to where you are. You may need bills to be covered. You may need transporting of your family to you, for an example. You may want debts to be relieved or to be managed while you're getting back on your feet. Now, say you cannot work. You may still need ongoing income. You may need your mortgage to be paid still. You may need rent payments to be covered still. Now, say you can never work again in what you're doing, in your profession. Now, in this example, you may want to pay off your mortgage to relieve that pressure now. And you may want home modifications done. You may want some sort of care. Now, if you pass away, you may want, and obviously this needs to be set up before you pass away, your funeral to be covered for your family not to have that weight. You may want debts to be relieved, may want your family not to have that weight of the mortgage or any other debts, and you may want to leave a legacy. So I did this as a quick outline to show what options are available to you, because it takes a little bit of time to explain. Now there's a lot to go into that we take the hard work away. However, we can explain and show your options. So I want to put this together as an example of a full cover, a full outline of what's available. So I hope you find that of benefit, and here's the references. I did not just come up with this from thin air. Now, thank you very much for your time, and I hope this was of some help.